how to heighten your vibration, how to stay connected to your higher self, to your deepest part of yourself, that is your spirit, and how to have a harmony and balance throughout your life in every day. We're also talking about pranic nourishment, the ability to be nourished by light or prana or chi. And we're learning about how to decrease our food intake and increase your prana intake, which is the energy of life or life force that is nourishing us constantly and harmonizing us constantly every day. So, in this training that I'm teaching since 2013, I've been sharing my methods as well as the methods of the ascended masters and the masters I've known along my path on earth or above that have had a very high state of consciousness, a very beautiful way of sharing with others on earth from a perspective of an enlightened being. This is what this training is about, and this is what we're going to share throughout these meetings. And each day we add new tips and new light codes to bring more harmony into our bodies, into our emotions, and into our minds, so that we can be in harmony with all life and with the ones around us. We know that in this time, as we were at home, most of us, there's been a very, very challenging time for relationships as well. There's been a very challenging time for some, with spending a lot of time with family, having new habits or developing new habits that maybe you've needed. Um, Trying to find a new way of relating to the ones around you and to the world and get out of the scary stuff that was happening, and you were hearing all the time in the news. And all the stuff that was burdening us emotionally, that was putting all this pressure on people all the time, that was making us feel that the world is unsafe, that we're on a on a difficult territory, that we don't have the the trust of surviving and of being healthy. um, I just want to mention I cannot bring anyone on camera. This is recorded on various media, Facebook and YouTube and Zoom and Instagram. So you can watch and comments, use the comments to ask questions, use the comments to, you know, add or ask anything you feel, but there's not the possibility that I bring people on camera. So that's not going to happen. I just want to let you know there's this class is streaming on 4 different channels, and we're having this online and live. You can join this class by going to the link in my bio, which is sending to my events page on the website. And from there, you have access to the Pranic process online. This is what you're watching now. So the Pranic process online, we're going to meet for 7 more days, including today. We're going to have a beautiful meditation together. We're going to have at the end of each class, we're going to be together for about 1 hour and a half or 1 hour each evening. The live streaming on Instagram is going to end soon, so just and also on Facebook. So make sure you join if you want to be with us in this class fully, for 6 or 7 days with deep meditation, beautiful techniques to share and heighten your vibration, and light codes and detox at the emotional, mental, and physical level. The way we've been teaching this class so far is that people have joined at the beginning and throughout the 8 days. We've been sharing the recordings with the ones that couldn't join, live every evening or morning, depending on where you're watching. And we've been also sending at the end a package of all the recordings that have been done throughout the class. So this is basically an 8-day training that can last for a lifetime, because you can continue to watch it. You can redo the meditations every time you want, and you can have this beautiful experience of going back to it whenever you need. I want to invite you to reflect upon your questions now, because you have the possibility to ask me questions on this topic. I want to know from you, uh, what does prana mean to you? What is prana for you? And did you ever hear about pranic nourishment? Did you ever hear about pranic lifestyle? Is this something new to you, especially the ones from India? I believe you've heard it before. So I was curious if you ever um, had the experience of either being nourished by prana or being supported and healed by prana in every way. And I would love to hear your experience in the comments. This is a beautiful gathering of people who are interested in, energy work and the pranic nourishment, pranic healing, evolution and upgrading. So this is what you're participating in this moment. I'm just speaking for the new ones that are in the live transmission on Facebook or Instagram. And ask your questions when you hear about pranic nourishment or when you hear about pranic healing. What does this mean to you? And have you ever had an experience of pranic nourishment or pranic healing? Is this concept totally new to you, or is it something that you're familiar with? I just want to hear your opinion. And somebody on Zoom says, I understand it to be universal life force energy. So this is what I'm starting with. Prana is everywhere. It is universal life force energy. It is for everyone to tap into. It is possible that everyone has access to this energy. The question is, of course, what creates a difference between maybe the ones that are constantly, in this life force flow, and the ones that are maybe tapping occasionally into it. What is, how can we stay connected to it all the time and feel that we're all the time in that state? um, that's important to see. I believe for us now it is vital that we tap more and more into this life force, because um, this is what nourishes us, supports us, and heals us here on this planet. Our body is made of prana. And those of you who have heard of it before, somebody says, I've heard of it from Jasmine and Camila. I'm very happy, Dr. Rajan, that you're familiar with this. Thank you for your comment. There's certain steps, certain practices, though, that keep us connected, keep us in the state of connection, in the state of harmony, in the state of balance with this life force. Otherwise, most people feel disconnected from it. They feel alone. They feel hungry all the time. They feel that they don't have some access to this life force. So the topic of today is basically how to keep our mind focused and how to keep us in balance so that we can be in alignment to this life force and to allow it to nourish us and heal us. Let me know if you had an experience of mind mastery and you've ever had this experience of, seeing that you actually create your own reality. You actually create with your mind everything that is happening in your life. I would love to hear from you, and I'm also going to tell you one of my recent experiences with this. So I'm looking forward for your comments, and also very happy to see more and more of you joining today. Somebody says we live busier lives today, and how can we be nourished by prana and consuming less food? Well, that's a very good question. Um, there's 8 steps or practices that we recommend for your day-to-day life that are very easy to include in your day-to-day life in your busy schedule, that can help you stay in that state, of having more prana and less food in your life. These practices have been recommended by 8 ascended masters, and they are supporting this class as well as the people that are joining. The practices that keep you into that state, that are to be added daily into your life, into your daily rhythm, and very easy to add, are meditation, first and foremost. And those of you who are from India or are familiar with spiritual practices in general are probably practicing this to some degree. Maybe type yes in the comments, those of you who practice meditation, not necessarily daily, but on a regular basis, or are familiar with meditation. The other thing is mind mastery, to be the topic of today, to be aware that you create your universe with your mind, and to stay focused on what you are transmissioning out or thinking of, so that you can have a more beautiful reality to tap into, so that you create consciously, unless instead of your life being totally random, like, so that you can feel that you live your life instead of being lived by your life, that you have this life force energy that you can tap into and model it the way you want with your mind, instead of just it flowing in random directions and you having no power over it. That's very, very important, and that's mind mastery. I encourage you to take a few moments every day to just tap into your thoughts and see what you're thinking. What are you thinking? What is your thought stream at the moment and in general? What is um, your usual uh, thought stream? Are you focusing on survival? Are you daily? Are you focusing on relationships more? Are you focusing on games of power, how to be more confident, how to be trusted more, how to trust others more, how to be respected more? Are you focusing on love and how to give or receive more love? Are you focusing on more communication? Are your thoughts related more to how to communicate better, how to better transmission information, how to be in tune with your the ones around you in a better way by the things you say and the things you transmission? Are you focusing on creating and bringing in new ideas intuitively? Are you focusing on divine connection? All these things are connected to your chakras. I've enumerated 7 things, and all these 7 things are each one connected to one of your chakras. That's why I've specifically put them in this exact order, because the first one that I've mentioned, the survival mode, is related to your first chakra, the chakra of wealth and possessions and house and stability on earth and so on. The second thing that I've mentioned is connected to the second chakra, relationships, sexuality, the way you relate with your body also, all that is sacral chakra aspects. The third thing is connected to your solar plexus chakra. So the things that I mentioned about the games of power, the games of trust, feeling trusted or not, feeling supported or not. The self-confidence also is connected to the third chakra. The fourth thing I mentioned, the love, giving and receiving more love, is connected to the heart chakra, of course, because heart is the place where we are, taught to feel love. We're feeling that love is emanating and being received in the heart. And all the other three things I've shared, communication is connected to the throat chakra, the intuition and generating and receiving new ideas is connected to the third eye chakra, and focusing on divinity is connected to the crown chakra. So all these types of thoughts and areas of focus where your mind is naturally going through the day are each connecting to a certain chakra. They're just not it's not randomly that these things are happen. When a chakra is imbalanced, you're naturally or more, more empowered than the others. You're naturally focusing more on that topic, that I've just mentioned earlier, and let's say if you were now focusing on love more, not the human love, but the universal love, or how to give and receive love in a more compassionate, kinder way, which I hope, all humanity is at some point able to focus. If you are focusing on that, we would say you are more centered or more stabilized in your heart chakra. And that's the chakra that is connecting to the love. So each one of your chakras is connected to certain specific thoughts. If you know your chakras very well, then you know which type of thoughts you are emanating more often, which are the types of thoughts that you're focusing more on, and therefore you can see if that chakra connected to these specific thoughts is in balance or not. I'm apologizing now because I'm trying to also send a certain message to the group of to a certain group that is supposed to join this class. So that's why I'm looking in two directions and focusing on what I'm speaking, but also what I'm transmissioning here on in the chat. So please bear with me until I finalize this message. But the important thing is that everyone who's doing energy work or is interested in energy work or is interested on prana is best that you know the chakras and what they are doing, and that's going to help you better understand and focus your mind. There's a very close connection between what you are thinking and, as I said, and the way your chakra are functioning. So once you know your chakra, you're able to better monitor and master your mind. Everything that your mind is thinking or emanating is actually emanating from the chakras. And I'm going to go deeper into that and into psychology and why I think psychology is currently limited and limiting the experience of healing. But just I'm going to take a break and finalize to send this message so that I can fully focus on you. In the meantime, if you have any questions about chakras or prana or anything else, just feel free to ask in the comments in YouTube, Zoom, Facebook or Instagram, wherever you're watching. Thank you for your patience. I'm seeing here very nice people joining. Hello, Akila. Hello, Vrund. This is the first time I see you. I'm very happy that you've joined this live streaming. We're going to continue this live streaming for a few moments, and then we're going to just focus on our participants in the class. If you want to be in the class of Pranic Process Online, just go to the link in the bio, my bio, and see there. Scroll down to the Pranic Process Online and learn how to participate, or just DM me to participate, and you're in with very beautiful new team from the Pranic Process Online. Somebody says, I came to know you from the Mataji interview. I miss Mataji or Pralajani very, very much. For those of you who don't know, Pralajani is a yogi master who has been nourished on prana without the need of taking physical food for more than 75 years. He has just passed last week after we met the first time in March at the Pranic Festival in India. I've been very honored to meet him. I've been very honored to spend time with him, and really we became close, I could say. And I was going to meet him again. We were supposed to meet again after Shivaratri in March, but obviously everything got closed, and now he left his body, so we only meet in spirit. That has made me very sad, I must say. It's one of my human aspects that longs to see my friends in physical, not only in spirit. But eventually I've learned to connect with them in a different way, and for that I'm also grateful. Thank you for bringing that up, Vrund. So do you have any questions about pranic nourishment or pranic healing or the chakras that I've just mentioned earlier? Just post them in the comments if you do. Many people, when we talk about mind, they're thinking or healing the mind, they're thinking that you're supposed to be completely deluded to recur to therapy for the mind. I mean, this, for some, it's even embarrassing to acknowledge that the mind might need healing or might need repatterning, if you will, might need a new way of looking at things. But to my view, in this modern society, everyone, including myself, needs mind repatterning. And personally, I've been working on this for 10 years, and I'm still working on this. I'm still reprogramming my mind daily, just because society has the habit to program it daily through various methods that it's best that you're aware of. For example, every time you watch TV, every time you watch news, you're tuning into certain aspects that somebody wants to convince you of, or you're tuning into certain messages that somebody wants you to accept and integrate as truth. And not all of these aspects are actually the truth that you should be focusing on. So that's why mind mastery is very important. And that's why I'm daily detoxing my mind at the end of the day with a brief cleaning meditation that lasts usually for 20 minutes to maybe 1 hour if I find this is necessary, and that's actually clearing all the chakras and the subconscious from all the imprints that we've had during the day. So that's why I believe it's very necessary to have a daily meditation at the end of the day to clear and harmonize our mind. When we think about therapy in general, we mostly think about either healing the the psychological aspects that we've learned from various psychologists, or we think about healing the subconscious, which is something new that we started to hear more of recently. But very few people actually know that it is important to heal our chakras and clean our chakras to have a healthy mind. I mean, psychology doesn't usually say that, there's in psychology, in the traditional psychologies, there's apparently no connection between the mind and the chakras. They're not seeing this connection, and they're not working with it. And in other aspects of therapy, they go as far as the subconscious, but not necessarily into the chakra work. In my work, I'm working very much with the chakras, with the energy field, knowing the depth of the connection between the mind and the energy field and the chakras, and how impacting the chakra energy is on our mind and how the mind functions. So basically, the more you clear and energize and balance your chakras, the more stable and harmonious your mind is. That's the bottom line of this story. Deeper than that, when I work with my clients and I look at their life patterns and what's happening in their lives and how they react to certain things and how certain things are repeating in their lives, we can see clearly that certain things are repeating in a certain way based on a certain chakra being unbalanced. And there's specific aspects on each chakra that you can notice right away when it is unbalanced. I'm not going to go into details here, but those of you who have been with me in the pranic process uh, and in the healing sessions know that we go very, very deep into the chakras and into the subconscious work. Um, each chakra holds certain programs, certain patterns, certain mix of energies that are causing either thriving and success in life or imbalance and reactions that are not so harmonious. Each chakra has a specific set of energies and characteristics that if you're trained into noticing them, it's easy to um, learn right away what that person is dealing with, what is the issue and what can be healed. None of us that I know of, is completely harmonious in this world at this moment. I have rarely met beings that weren't having any debris in their chakras or energy system. Mostly that those were high masters of pranic nourishment, but they're very rare. Most of the people, as we live in society, as we're daily imprinted by various, as I said, messages and inputs and all this burden on us, and as we're carrying also the family and ancestral baggage that we've came with, not to mention the baggage from other lifetimes that I'm working with and I'm able to notice on people. As we're carrying that, there's some clearing to do to have a harmonious chakra system and a harmonious mind. And that's all natural. There's not something to be ashamed of. There's not something to be, um, you know, um, to feel vulnerable about. There's not something to refrain from healing. I mean, that doesn't make you a lunatic. In other words, that doesn't make you nuts. That is just the way all of us in society are, and it's natural. The thing is to be aware of it and to notice our patterns and to humbly or vulnerably embrace the fact that sometimes we need help, and to either help ourselves, which is interesting and it could take more time, or ask for help from specialists. And that's all natural. I also do it. I work with certain um, dear friends of mine who are helping me sometimes when I'm feeling stuck. And I also help hundreds of other people in my therapy that is called soul healing, and that deals with the chakras and the mind and the subconscious. That's very simple to see. We've created a package of 7 sessions that is called the chakra package, that's working on each chakra in each session, so that we go deeper into the patterns and programs and the reactions that each chakra is displaying in your life. And we've also created the Pranic process 101, where we also detox at the emotional and mental and physical level, but in a more personalized, tailor-made way for each one of the participants. And I've had people who have joined it twice, just to be able to go deeper and find these answers um, into themselves, because it's not me that I'm giving the answers, I'm just holding a space. I'm just asking maybe the right questions from time to time, and I'm holding a certain frequency, which is the frequency of love, the frequency of healing, the theta brainwave pattern, if you know about it, just for that person to be able to, through intuitive questions, find the answers within themselves. And in that discussion and energy healing, we bring out things to the surface that were deeply, deeply buried in their chakras and in their subconscious. Um, you know, that you can't really see all the time for yourself. I mean, there are things that with 10 years of meditation, I wasn't able to see because I always say, you cannot resolve a problem from the same level that it was created. Sometimes you have to go deeper, or to expand wider than that problem and wider than your mind, actually, to find the answer to and the solution to that situation. And sometimes to have a witness or a help in the process that is asking questions and holding space and sending energy is, you know, for me, I found to be very, very helpful. So should you want to know more about this therapy that I'm doing, it's on my website, soulhealingacademy.com. At the soul healing, where you, in the upper bar, you find their soul healing, and you find details about the therapy and the package and all that. Somebody's asking if I can recommend some books. To you, particularly Manoj, I feel intuitively to recommend a book called Frequencies. Frequencies or Frequency. It's been written by Lynn McTaggart. I'm sorry, I cannot type in the comments of Instagram now, but just look Lynn McTaggart in the book Frequency and see there some details about what I'm talking, and it's describe how energy works at the scientific level. It explains phenomena like telepathy, remote viewing, remote healing, remote seeing, which is the same like remote viewing, remote hearing, which are all innate capacities of our mind, of our brain, of our energy field. It explains the studies that have been done on this. It explains how people have been able to relate to each other from a distance, miles away, and share the same insights or results or images. Uh, just by connecting with each other. So all this is possible, and all this is explained, and all this are abilities of the mind. The more we focus our mind, the more we declutter our energy system and our chakras, the more we can have access to the innate human capacities. This is not just for the special ones or for the sadhus or for the yogis in the cave. These are for all of us, and we've been born and constructed like this from the start. When somebody said that we are made in the image of the creator, that is a truth, you know. We just have to tap into that. And the way I know, you know, that we can tap into that is that by clearing and energizing our chakras constantly. I mean, that's the natural way. I mean, that's our energy system. That's the matrix or the grid that is supporting our physical body, is supporting our organs, or endocrine system is supporting everything inside of us. So naturally, it would support our innate capacities of self-healing, of um, telepathy, of all the abilities of the mind that not all the people are tapping into, you know. And that's not woo stuff, that's very, very natural. Let me see. So that's the recommendation for you. Because I see many people from India and yogis in this call, I'm just gonna say, and for Elaine, who's a yoga teacher, and for many others, I'm gonna say another book that is quite important is Yoga Sutras by Patanjali, commented by Osho. So there's about 6 or 8 volumes of it, as far as I know. And each volume is detailing the relationship between the chakras and the mind, and many, many other things that are very, very deep and powerful, but very, very clearly explained by Osho. So in Romania, the series of book is called the knowledge of the soul. The knowledge of the soul, this is how it's called in Romania. But just type maybe on Google Yoga Sutras Patanjali commented by Osho and see what you find. It should be 7 or 8 or 6 volumes of it. That's very, very deep book that is explaining almost everything about the health of the mind at a very deep level, way beyond what psychology and traditional therapy can offer you as an insight. And it's explaining many, many other things about life in general and about how we humans are functioning at the energy level. So I highly recommend that to everyone. Let me see what other comments are on Instagram, and we're preparing to end that so that I can be fully with my team on Zoom. And if you want to be with us fully with in this class for 7 days and to join us for our daily meditation that is at the end of each webinar, just go in my bio, see the link of all my events, and click on the Pranic Process Online, which is the event that you are just watching now. There it says how you can join us, how the payment can be made, and how you can be with us for actually 8 days. And if you can't be live with us for 8 days, you can receive the recording. Let me see. What else did you have as comments? What healthy practices can we embed into our daily routine to keep our chakras balanced other than meditation? Thank you, Manoj, for reminding me that I was, going astray from the topic a bit. The other 7 things that I haven't said, apart from meditation, are connecting to the universe, either through prayer or through, divine communion, ritual, whatever makes you feel connected, talking to your guardian angels, talking to your favorite ascended master and asking for help to your divine self, which is the best master you can find. All that is keeping you connected, is keeping you aware that you are in close connection, or you are part, actually you are one with the one that is breathing us all. And you can get help. I mean, you can tap into that all the time. That's keeping you in a constant pranic flow. The third thing is mind mastery, the thing we're talking about today, and healing and harmonizing your mind and mind patterns, as I said, through working with your chakras mainly, and through working with your subconscious and deeply rooted programs that you've inherited either from your family or from your tribe, as I call it, from your nationality, or from your lifetimes of life on earth that are still impacting you, because the veils are now so thin and everything is sensed as if it were now. I am tapping into other lifetimes very often, and I'm also perceiving, some wounds on my body or certain pains that haven't happened in this lifetime, and when they come up, they come forth to be healed, and I'm perceiving them all as if they happen now. Because when you're centered in the moment, and when you're fully present in your soul, in your center, in your self, you're perceiving all of your lives as if all are now, because there's actually no past, present, and future, and everything is now. I know this is a weird concept to some, but I invite you to tap more into that, because that is true. The fourth thing is to lighten up your diet. Wherever you are, ask yourself, wherever you are in your diet, either if you're omnivorous or you're um, vegetarian or vegan or whatever your diet is, look at this and look at what you put in your plate and ask yourself every day, why am I choosing it, and do I really need it? Two things. And third thing is to ask yourself, is it making me um, uplifted? Is it uplifting my energy, or is it downgrading my energy? And if it's uplifting your energy, then go ahead and choose it and eat it and continue with that. But if it's downgrading your energy, if it's lowering your vibration, then maybe avoid it and choose something else, or choose to have a juice instead, or some water, or whatever is necessary. It's very easy to be healthy when you listen to your body, and this helps extend at the not only at the physical level, but at the emotional, mental level, and so on. So ask yourself this question as a filter for what you're choosing in your diet, and that's going to help you lighten up. The fifth thing is to serve, to do something for another just because you can, without no additional rhythm or agenda, or expectation of receiving something in return. Just when you're asked and you can, just try to do something for another just because you are able to. You can do it, and see how that makes you feel. And if it's uplifting your frequency, maybe continue that practice to notice what's necessary for you, for others, and maybe, if you can, bring your light into their lives as much as possible. Bring your gifts into their lives as much as possible. Like, somebody has recently requested me to make a video of my daily routine, and I talked about my daily routine for ages, ever since I've started teaching or sharing my experience. I've always talked about my daily routine, but for that specific person, because it wasn't hard to make and it only took 5 to 10 minutes, I made a special video just for her, that by doing it for her has helped, hundreds of people that are getting in touch with that video, or maybe thousands, and that's a very, very simple thing to do. I'm giving you this example not to bribe, but just to, make you notice what are the things that you can do, that are not taking much time, not taking much energy, not exhausting you, because the important thing is not to get exhausted to feel helpful, but to be in balance and still help others if you can. The sixth thing is to spend more time outside, to spend more time in silence, more time in nature, to spend more time with yourself without unnecessarily sharing information in words, either spoken or written, or in any way you're, talking to others. These days there are so many methods of communication. Cut down on your unnecessary chatter and focus within yourself. And from that place, try to be more in silence. This practice in the yogic system is called mauna. And try to also spend more time in nature, because nature is enhancing your auric field, is cleansing the debris in your auric field, the things that you've picked up is energizing you, is grounding you, especially if you go barefoot, and so on and so forth. And another thing is to treat your body like a temple. There's very few traditions in spirituality actually that are teaching that. In Indian tradition, your body should be discarded or transcended. So they're teaching you that only when you leave your body, you're going to truly be free. This is not true. Our bodies, these are starships, is this a very advanced supercomputer where you can access full freedom if you know how to treat it and enhance it and raise its frequency. It's not at all, if you're uplifting it to the level of the supercomputer that it is not at all hindering you from living through freedom, through enlightenment, through liberation. You can be totally liberated and have a physical body, and that is a fact. If you want an example, you can look at the history of Babaji, which is an immortal Himalayan master. It's actually the one who is recommending this practice. He has preserved his body for some thousands of years now. He's always presenting himself as a very healthy and happy young man of maybe 25. And having a body has never hindered him from being the true, enlightened, free, completely liberated, ascended master that he is. So follow that example if my words don't seem like truth. Um, and last but not least, and treat your body like a temple from any possible angle, like nurture it, pamper it, offer the best products for it, the best clothing, that is not hindering and restricting the energy flow, but instead enhancing it. Offer it the best environment. Like, don't put yourself into places, don't put your body into places where it's not comfortable or harmonious, where the energy is dreadful. You will experience body discomfort and your body is going to shrink. I mean, the cells are actually in somehow responding to the environment, because you're 99% water at the molecular level and about 80% water at a cellular level, and water is responding to the environment. So if you're taking your body in an environment that is not harmonious, it's going to instantly respond, like, very crowded bars, place with there are full of smoke, full of dirt, um, the where salubrity is not very well. Your body is directly responding to that, and over time you're going to develop certain body patterns, either pains or places where energy is cluttered, or rashes on your skin, or things like that that are showing you that you're not treating your body well. It's not functioning as it should be. It's like leaving your car out in the rain with all your windows open, or out in the snow, and 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 whatnot, and trashing it with the worst fuel ever, and putting water instead of gas and expecting it to work, and so on. That's what people do with their bodies, actually. And to treat your body like a temple is the main key, for one of the main keys, for spiritual evolution, like you wouldn't guess. Most traditions, the Tibetans, like I said, um, the yogis in India, mm, I think even the Zen tradition is teaching you that the body is unimportant. It's not something to look at. It's not something to take care of. As soon as you leave it, you'll be free, and so on. But in truth, if you look at it, it's gonna be, uh, it is your body that's giving you a certain um, fuel for your spiritual evolution. And last but not least, the importance of sound. The last practice is to utilize sound in a harmonious way. The music you listen to, the prayers and mantras that you use or subject yourself to, the radio stations and news channels that you subject yourself to. All of these are creating a certain noise in your life, a certain sounds in your environment that are gonna either uplift or detract from your frequency. And it's very important that you actually pay attention to the sounds and the music that you're subjecting your field to, because again, because you're made of water, most of you, most part of you is water, and the studies of Masaru Emoto and other scientists have shown how water is impacted by sound. Your molecular structure is changing with every sound that you're listening to. So the more harmonious the sounds around you are, the more you're going to have benefits, and your field is going to either open to harmonious sounds, harmonious music, harmonious mantras, or close to sounds that are distorted, or words that are distorting, the things you say to yourself, like, oh, I'm so stupid, or this and that, that people are constantly repeating without taking care of the wording that they imprint in their body, is like putting spells on yourself, and you want to dispel yourself with beautiful words that are creating harmonious realities. So these are the 8 practices, the 8 things that you can include easily in your life. You can always listen to quality music in your car instead of some trashy, dodgy, radio station that is filling your head with bad news all the time and commercials. You can choose that. You're the master of your own buttons, in your car or in your home. Nobody is forcing you to go into the bad news, to go into the bad music, to go into the bad choices in general. You're the master of your own life. So these are the practices. This is what we're going to talk about and go deeper into and share experience about in this training of 8 days. Those of you who want to participate in our Instagram, feel free to write to me or go in my bio and see the link there and join me. And those of you who are on Zoom, you're invited to stay tuned because we're continuing. So just much love of the ones on Instagram, and see you soon. There was an amazing possibility for us to look at our chakras and really see what we're sending out and what we're putting in. Each chakra, like I said, is connected to a certain set of reactions, emotions, thought forms, and things that happen in your life. Actually, all the things that are happening in your life are in some way connecting to your chakras. The more you work on your chakras, the more you have your life in balance. The less you look at your chakras, the less you know about why you're experiencing the things you're experiencing, the less you know about why you're reacting the way you're reacting. You think that this is normal and this is what I am. I've heard so many people, saying this is what I am, either you accept me or not. It's not about I accept you or not. It's about, do you do it consciously or not? Are you aware of yourself? That's the thing. And that's very, very important to notice. So is there anything you would like to add or ask before we go on and move into maybe meditation? Is there anything you would like to address in this sharing? I've seen Heather saying something here about which chakra is for creating boundaries, especially if we had boundaries violated. The place of power and self-empowerment is always the solar plexus, but it has to do with many other aspects, because it goes into the sacral chakra as well, especially with people that have been maybe aggressed or sexually aggressed or raped before. There's the necessity to heal the sacral chakra. It also has to do with the first chakra, with boundaries over property and whatever goods are ours. There's it depends very much on the specific type of boundary and where you want to set it. But I would say it starts from the solar plexus of self-confidence and feeling entitled to speak your voice out and create boundaries in the first place. And it can vary in aspects according to the specific topic and how it's playing in your life. um, Elaine is saying, I understand that prana is universal life force energy, and the quality of your lifestyle is determining how you tune and tap into that. The more your lifestyle is in alignment, the more your practices are in alignment to bring more prana into chakras, to clear actually. It's not a matter of bringing prana into your chakras, the prana is always there. It's how much you clear your chakras actually to have um, access to that, or to allow it to flow in, to allow it to receive it. That's the thing, to receive it, that's the word. So it's like you're a vessel, right? And you could be full, or you could be half full, or you could be full of beneficial energy, or you could be full of something else. What do you have in your energy system? If your energy system is cleared, then the energy is flowing naturally through all your chakras, through all your systems, the mental, emotional, physical level. They're all connected, they're all harmoniously interacting, and you're able to see the connections, and everything is fine, right? When certain chakras are blocked, there's not so much harmony. Actually, there's more imbalance. There's The blockages reflect in your inability to feel nourished, your inability to feel complete and harmonious, and also your mm, constant hunger for something, either hunger for food, or hunger for sex, for a partner, or hunger for acknowledgement, being acknowledged or paid attention to, or hunger for love, or hunger for something. When you have no hunger, you are free, first and foremost, and that shows that your chakras are harmonious and cleansed and cleared and harmonized. So the main thing, is clearing our chakras, our energy system, and deprogramming from the beliefs that we've been imprinted with that are creating blockages in our chakras. And that's what we're doing with the soul healing work, and with the Pranic process 101, we're deprogramming. But also tonight, we're going to do some deprogramming in the meditation. I'm going to recheck if there's any other questions or comments. And if not, we go in meditation. One last thing I feel to add about mind mastery, choosing what you subject yourself to and believe in is important, and I've said it. Choosing to clear your chakras daily and clear your chakras at the end of the day, especially before going to sleep, so that during the night, to really rest your mind during the night and your systems, it is necessary that your subconscious gets clear, because if you are not clearing your chakras from the imprints of the day, your subconscious has to process in your sleep all the things that have happened, and you're not going to be able to rest. You're not going to be able to fully integrate your sleep time. When you clear your chakras at the end of the day and you're enhancing your energy system, your subconscious can also rest, and you can do other things in your sleep. You can astral travel, you can go learn into various planetary systems, and have attend various schools, or have healing sessions with your ascended masters or your light being friends, or have certain insights, where creativity springs in, like many inventors have received ideas during their sleep, and when they woke up they were able to construct their invention, because during the sleep they received that, they were open to that, instead of processing the information from the day before, they were open to new information to flow in. And that's the importance of meditation at the end of the day, and clearing your mind at the end of the day. You give it space to process the things, to receive the things that are new to receive, instead of processing the things that you've already experienced. And that's so beneficial and healing. And I think that's the key to balance in mental health, actually. And it has been proven that meditation is a key to mental health. And the qualities of a balanced mind is a mind that is free from A, making assumption, B, recurring to generalities or generalization, like the way partners say to each other, you always do that. It always happens to me that this and this and that. That's a mind that is recurring to generalization, instead of being in a present moment and addressing fully the present moment as it is, without referring to the past and past occurrences. Um, so assumptions, generalization, going into negativity, creating randomly negative realities just by default, just because this is how it's been imprinted, um, that's a mind that needs clearing. You can either create negativity or create things that are uplifting. I'm just noticing I have paint on my hands, because today I've been dealing with lots of creative work. I've been buying new paints, this metallic acrylic that is helping me put the light flowers that I see in meditation, to put them better on paper. So I'm having paint all over the place. And that's also a way to clear your mind, practicing art and diving deeper into art, whichever form of art that you choose, either music or painting or drawing or knitting. Like this dress that is called the Sunrise is knitted by me, and it took a while to knit it, but it was knitted in some of the most important moments, like some tantra workshops that I've attended in Thailand, some um, healing classes that I've attended with other masters. So each moment that I was weaving at this dress was so powerful of learning for me, that it carries all these energies in itself as I wear it. And that's the power of art. You actually wear certain frequencies or bring certain frequencies into being. And that's also enhancing our mind and bringing mind health on all levels. So a mind able to tap into and create intuitive things, it's also, beautiful to have. So try to avoid to generalize things, to go into negativity and support it, to always choose, to look at or imbue yourself with negative information. I see people all the time that are loving horror movies, for example. I mean, sometimes reality is a horror movie. Why watch a movie on TV? Just look outside. There's no need for you to go in the news and fill yourself with negativity. There's no need to choose movies that are reporting negative situations. You just look outside, go in a full traffic hour. You're having a horror movie for free. There's no need. Or look at, people that are not in a state of love, and that to me is a horror movie, the lack of love and so on. So train your mind to choose the things that would create or would feed your mind with a better frequency, instead of choosing the frequency of negativity, and keep it there. I mean, make it a constant practice, a constant habit, so that the reality you create and the thing that springs out of you, so there's an input and an output. If the input is of a certain frequency, of a certain quality, the output is going to be the same. Watch what you're feeding on, at the mind level, and choose the sources that are giving you the best result, and try to stay as clear as possible. Don't go into these areas that are creating realities that you don't want to manifest. Like, I hear people all the time fighting against, conspiracy theories, the vaccines, the 5G, all this stuff. They're fighting against, and while they're fighting against something, they're nourishing with their mind, with their mental energy, they're nourishing that specific topic. Instead of fighting against or pushing against something, try to support the opposite polarity, the reality that you want to see manifested. So instead of looking all day long at news about the virus or news about how everything is closed, try to support the reality of health instead. Look at news about health, inform yourself how to stay healthy. Look at people that have maybe succeeded in staying healthy or healing themselves, like Elaine here has done. Look at positive news about all the situation. Look at the positive aspects, nourish that with your attention, with your mind. The Chinese saying is that where your mind goes, chi will follow. So where are you directing your chi? That's the question of mind mastery. Where are you directing your chi? What are you nourishing with your attention? Because that's where your energy will flow, and that's where your next creation is going to stream from. If you want to see your level of mind mastery in the past, just look at your present life. Is your present life super beautiful, harmonious, healthy, and um, full of beautiful things? If yes, if it is so, then you've been a good mind master of your thoughts, and that's what you've created. If you want to know what will happen in your future, just look at your present thoughts. And that's gonna show you exactly what you are creating for your future, for what we say, we name it future, but it's actually what we would call the next moment. So that's the barometer of where you're at with your mind at the moment and what can or could be improved. So that being said, if you're not having any other questions or comments, I feel I've said so much today, and on your breath and start focusing on how the breath is flowing up and down your body. You imagine, visualize, sense, or feel that you're in a light column from the center of the universe to the center of the earth. This column of light with a diameter like your hand stretched out is pre-programmed to dissolve, transmute, transform everything that doesn't serve you, everything that's not beneficial for you, everything that's not for your highest good. With a deep breath in, you bring in all the light and energy from this light column inside your body. With a deep breath out, you exhale or release all the worries, tensions, concerns, everything that doesn't serve you, everything that's not beneficial for you, everything that's not for your highest good in this session. We just release it out into the column of light, knowing that this column of light is pre-programmed to dissolve, transmute, transform all that is not for your highest good. And to still your mind, imagine your thoughts dissolving like little clouds above your head. See and feel them dissolving with every breath. And start focusing on your spine. With the inhale, you see the energy rising up to the top of your head. Imagine that on your spine you have an elevator that rises up to the top of your head with the inhale and goes down to the top of to the base of your spine with the exhale. So every time you breathe in, this elevator rises up to the top of your head again. And as you breathe out, it again goes down to the base of your spine. And one more time, a deep breath in, elevator coming up to the top of your head. And down it goes again. To the base of your spine. Imagine that your spine has become a neon of light, a channel of light. And through it, your breath goes up and down, clearing it more and more. Again, deep breath in. See all the aspects in your spine that are connected to all your chakras. That is the channel that goes through all your chakras up and down. See all of them being now dissolved. Your breath as it goes up through the spine and down through the spine, bring more and more light into your body. See every chakra, see the whole spine from base to top and from top base. Now, see your spine being upgraded, your chakras being upgraded to a total new level. See your chakras expanding now. Each one of them becoming brighter and brighter. Watch each one of it. From the top to base, see your crown chakra expanding, then your third eye chakra expanding, then your throat chakra expanding, the heart chakra in the center of your chest, then the solar plexus chakra, the sacral chakra, 3 fingers below your belly, and the base chakra, the perineum area. See them all expanding. See that you have a connection cable from the center of the universe that's coming down through the top of your head and energizes your chakras with the heart, with the energy from the heart of the central sun, flowing down through all your chakras, into your heart, and from your heart down into all your chakras. And see with every inhale that your chakras are expanding more and more now. So they expand so much that as you breathe continuously, this energy from the heart of the central sun you're no longer seeing the boundaries, the differences between chakras. They are now flowing into each other, merging into each other, completely connected with each other. And you no longer see chakras. You're actually, as you look closer or visualize better, see, sense, or feel that there's actually a column of light along your spine. That you're actually, your chakras are united into a rainbow color of light, column of light. From head to toe to base of the spine, you see these colors of rainbow, starting with violet at the top of your head, finishing with red at the tailbone. They're all spinning together now in a column of light. And see how this column of light is spinning. This rainbow column of light that's constantly glowing. Notice it. It's getting more and more energized, brighter and brighter with every inhale as you inhale the light from the heart of the central sun down into your energy body. You're seeing rainbow streams streaming out from this column of light that has united together all your chakras, and all your chakras are turned now into this rainbow body. That's spinning constantly, emanating this rainbow light through your cells, through your organs, into your auric field and out into the universe. With another deep breath in, you find you receive more light from the heart of the central sun through your connection cable down into your energy system, your chakra system that is now a column of light. So with the exhale, as it gets brighter and brighter with every breath, you exhale it out into your cells, into your organs, into your auric field, and out into the universe. More and more light emanating out into your physical systems. This rainbow light washing through your endocrine system, your circulatory system, your blood, your lymph system, your muscles, your bones. See your bones lighting up like a Christmas tree with this rainbow light that's nourishing every aspect of your physical system. Your internal organs getting imbued by this rainbow light. Healing, cleansing, reprogramming, harmonizing, energizing, nourishing your system. Your nervous system, your system of energy channels, the nadis, the skin system, all shining with this rainbow glow. Brighter and brighter your skin gets. Visualize the areas of your skin that weren't quite healthy, turning back to health now maybe. the dryness of your skin being balanced into hydration now, so that your skin can shine with this new energy of youth and being young again in your skin. See the lymph system circulating harmoniously now through your body. As your muscular system pumps it and helps it circulate and release toxins as well. What are the messages that your body is transmitting you, or what are the messages that you are now meant to receive, maybe? Go ahead and listen deeper so that you can find the answers to this. And let this rainbow light flow through your lower chakras into your feet, and through your feet, through the muscles and bones of your feet, and through the soles of your feet down into your roots. And see how your roots are. Check on your roots now. Are your roots healthy? See the life force in them, the right foot, the left foot, how are they? Is there harmony into your roots? And if not, can you just allow more energy to be received into your roots so that they grow healthier now? Like a tall tree with strong roots into the earth. See them growing towards the heart of Gaia, and see this rainbow light flowing towards the heart of Gaia now. And see her opening up her heart to receive. The center of the earth is receiving this rainbow light that flows constantly through your chakras, through your feet, through your roots into the heart of Gaia. And she receives it, sending back her love, her light, her energy, her compassion to you, into your roots, up into the soles of the feet, all the way up through the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, all the way up through the hips, and into the hips, into the spine, and it goes up through the spine to your heart, it goes up through the spine to the base of the skull, it goes up through the spine to the top of your head, and you're filled with the energy from the center of the earth. You're grounded now. You have grounded this beautiful cosmic young energy that comes from the center of the universe, passes through your chakras down into the center of the earth, mixing with the yin energy, feminine, beautiful, powerful, clarity, harmony, compassion, love, kindness from the center of the earth coming up into your system through the soles of the feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, into the hips, into the spine, all the way up to the top of your head, washing out through all your chakras with this feminine energy. Now, feel it, how it feels into your body, where it tingles, where do you feel pressure, what needs to relax in you to fully accept this energy into you, the energy of femininity, intuition, compassion, kindness, gentleness, softness, relaxation, acceptance, the state of receiving fully. Deep breath, allow it to spring out through the top of your head, surround your body in a toroidal system. You're surrounded in rainbow light now. Your whole auric field is surrounded in this sphere of rainbow light, in this cocoon of light all the way around you, setting a filter, allowing in only the energies that are beneficial for you, and keeping out the radiations, the thought forms that are not harmonious, the Wi-Fi, the things that could harm your system in any way, shape, or form, the things that are not beneficial for you. And we ask that only the beings of the purest light and love can be present energetically and telepathically with us now in this meditation. Only the beings of the purest light and love can be present energetically and telepathically with us now. Only the beings of the purest light and love can be present energetically and telepathically with us now. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. And as you're still in this column of light with the light from the center of the universe down to the center of the earth, and as you're still filled in the sphere of light with the energy from the center of the earth, you're centered in your heart chakra. And you come present in your body, in the soles of the feet, present in the ankles, present in the calves, the knees, the thighs. You're fully present in your body like a hand within a glove. You're fully present in the hips, fully present in the lower back, upper back, chest, arms. You're fully present in your body, in the neck, in the face, in the head, all the way up to the top of your head. You're fully present here now. You're fully present in your body. You can come back into the room. If you have any questions, please type them or bring yourself on camera and ask, or comments even. And if there's nothing else, we wish you a good night or evening or day, depending on the time zone that you're in. And we'll see you tomorrow at the same hour, 8 p.m. Bucharest time, or 10 a.m. Pacific time. Sending you much, much love to everyone and streams of rainbow light and sunrise. See you soon. Bye-bye. Let me check. There's nothing here also. Okay, we're good. No comments or questions. Have a beautiful end of the day or beginning of the day, everyone. Big hugs. Ciao.